In this video, we're going to create the parent card for recent activities. So we've just created the child card that contains the records themselves. The parent card will contain the title and the action, and then have the child card embedded into it. So how do we do that? Let's go to FlexCards and create a new FlexCard. So it's not a child card, so we'll leave that the way it is. And we will come over here and get the data raptor that we just created. And we'll remember that the data raptor needs a filter called selected op ID. And for now, we're just going to hard code this ID in here so we can create the card. Later, the ID is going to come from an event that will be captured. But for now, we're going to use this. Okay, let's fetch the data. And there it is. And remember, we need to trim it. Fetch again, and then we'll see. It comes in like this. We'll save that. And then for the title, we will use the rich text component. And let's set the font and the font size as we did before and center it. Okay, there's that. Next, we'll add the action. And the label for the action is new. The icon is add. And we will right justify it by going to the Style tab, going down to Alignment, Text Align. And I'll right align it. The next thing we need on this card is the child card. So we will drag in FlexCard. And we will click on the child card we just created. And the data node, since the data is coming from the parent card, the data node is going to be records. It's more than one record. It could be more than one record. So we're using the records data node. Okay, so let's preview. Okay, so note it's not displaying the child card. We'll refresh, and we'll refresh again. Now we'll preview. And we'll activate. Let's check the publish options. Let's add these two. And let's see if the child card shows up. Okay, it's not showing up. Now, we know that the child card, the data should come from the parent card if the records node, the data node, is populated. But from experience, that doesn't always work. So what we're going to try right now is we're going to try removing the data source from the child and see if that fixes it. So yes, in creating this card, we needed the data source, but now that it's coming from the parent card, we can save this as none, reactivate it, and we will then see if that changes the situation, and it does. So in this situation, it was required that we adjusted the data source to none on the child card. Now let's look what else is needed here. We need the shadowing around each of these records. We need to add that. Yeah, so let's do that right now. So we'll go back into design. And what we're going to do is go back to the child card. And we're going to add the shadow. It's going to be around this block right here. Remember how we did that before? We went down here and we added the CSS to the inline CSS styles. We'll do that right here. Okay, and we'll reactivate this, then come back to the card, and we will preview. And there's the shadow. It's showing. Let's go now to the parent card. See if refreshing helps it. And there it is. There's the shadow. Yeah, and that's it. That's that card.